Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I have a 52-inch Casablanca Victorian ceiling fan. This is an Inteli-Touch model, which is a little bit different from the others that I've found. And I picked this one up a few days ago off of Marketplace. I wasn't planning on originally keeping it, but I may. Although, yeah, I'm not sure. Haven't really decided yet. I do really like this combo. I didn't think I would, and I really do like it. It's a white and polished brass, just like the other two that I have, the two that I have that are slumber quiet. But this one has wood finish stencil blades, which is kind of different. I think these are walnut blades. I'm not positive on that. I really am not good with like types of wood. So yeah, not really sure, but the stenciling is nice. This is my first set of like Casablanca stencil, I think, actually. So that's a pretty nice touch. And yeah, it's basically the same exact, like, quote unquote variant as the other two. It's got the pretzel blade arms, white and polished brass. It's got the thicker nose, but it has the later style nose with that sort of groove running around the upper surface, upper perimeter, whereas the old ones are just cylindrical all the way up. And I think they're a little wider, a little thicker as well, but to accommodate for the slumber quiet components. Anyways, yeah, this one, it came with everything except for the control. Uh, I got it with the hang true, crossbar, and everything. Just didn't have the control, which that's fine. I have several. I just hooked it up to a W11, and it works fine. Obviously no light kit on it, so I can't demonstrate that. But and then the one issue it has is the lowest speed, the first speed doesn't work. And that's just the BFR is going bad. So I may replace that if I end up keeping this fan, but if not, I may just leave it as it is. And at least the other 5 speeds work. So yeah. This fan was also made in 1987, in April of 1987, and I will show you the tag in a minute after I finish testing the fan. But guess now, go ahead and turn the fan on. Start it up on the lowest speed that works, which is speed 2. So when I start it up on speed 1, what happens is it'll give the motor a little boost to get it going, like a kickstart, which is what it does, what it's programmed to do. But then it'll just kind of coast down to a stop, and it won't keep going. So you can probably see if I stop it, yeah, it won't keep going. And that's not a bearing issue. That's not anything being stiff. That's the BFR just going bad. So I will bump it up to speed 2, which is the lowest speed that actually works. And this is what I would call low 1. And even though this is supposed to be like the functional low, that's pretty fast. I mean, pretty slow, actually. The aesthetic low would, of course, be even slower. That's definitely not bad. Whoops, did you guys fall? Let me straighten you out here. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Didn't realize the camera tilted. Unless I started filming that way. Okay, so that is speed 2, and now speed 3. This is medium low. Pretty decent speed. I can feel some air from it. Pretty strong, steady breeze. Speed 4, which is medium. Nice medium speed. Average. moving some air. Speed 5, medium high. And speed 6, which is high. And as you can see, it runs perfectly fine. It's a great runner. No bearing noise, no motor noise. Moving a lot of air. And I'm not sure, I forgot to mention, I'm not sure if this one has a K55 or a Samsung. I want to say this is a K55, although it does have the ventless end bell, which I know Samsung's typically used. And I've actually never seen a ventless K55, so, and I haven't taken the motor housing apart obviously yet, so once I find out I will clarify in the description, of course. But now, let's turn it off and spin it down. Just to prove how good those bearings are. And when I first got it and it didn't start up on the lowest speed, I thought the motor was stiff, so I was running it for a bit. And then I asked around and I was like, what would cause the lowest speed not to work? And some wiser minds informed me that it was the BFR that goes bad, and sometimes the lower few speeds don't work. So thankfully, I think I have a replacement somewhere that I got from a friend who parted one out. I'll have to look. But I think they are plentiful on eBay, if I recall correctly. I feel like I've seen them. Yeah. And I really didn't think I was going to like this combo, the wood finish with the white and brass. So oftentimes I find white and brass and wood finish look kind of cheap. With these darker finish blades, it looks really nice actually. So it's not the longest spin down time, but that's definitely pretty good. The bearings are okay. So now I'm going to reverse it and just quickly go up to speeds. That was first speed. Actually want to see. Yep, still doesn't work. So speed 2, or the first working speed. Speed 3. Medium, or yeah, medium low. Speed 4, medium. Speed 5, medium high. And speed 6, which is high. And I also forgot to mention when I was running it in forward on high, did have a bit worse wobble when I first got it, but I had to switch the blades around. The blades are in perfect alignment, so yeah, just had to move them around to get it to not be as wobbly, and I think it's pretty well balanced. So now, turn that off. And then the last thing I guess I can do is try 0 to high. Let me switch it back to forward. Oh, and then I also want to do demo mode. Alright. There we go. If you quickly click the fan button, it'll go right to high. I know that's not the best for the flywheel, but what are you gonna do? So we've already spun it down, so now I'm gonna try demo mode here. I actually have not tested it with demo mode, and I'm not sure how this is gonna go since there's no light. But let's see. Nope, that didn't take. Let's try that again. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna stop it. So, of course, the first thing it does is turn the lights on, but there's no light, so we can't see that. And eventually, there we go, starts going up the speeds. And it looks like the first speed works because it gives that little kick start. Right, then it like dims the light down or whatever. Goes up the rest of the speeds. And reverse. I think the wobble is a bit better in reverse. Back to forward. And off fan. And then the light will turn off, which signals demo mode has ended. Okay, so demo mode works. Kind of not as effective since I don't have a light kit on it, but you get the idea. So now the last thing is to show you guys the fan up close. So this one's in really nice shape, actually. Not really any scratches or anything on the painted parts, like the nose and the sideband. And these blades are just beautiful. I love the sort of muted stencil, which is nice. And the flywheel, which is upside down on these. And then there's the tag, Casablanca Inteli-Touch Victorian. Your serial number, which designates April 22nd of 1987, and it was the 257th fan that day. Model number CB2262T, and then T is the Inteli-Touch suffix. Yeah, very cool. So, then of course up on top, got your top plate, motor end bell, hang true. Yeah. And then you can see the motor, which this one, as I mentioned, has no vents. And I think, yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I feel like that's a K55, because I feel like I remember seeing somewhere that Samsung motors don't really work well with Inteli-Touch, and they like only used K55s. So it's probably a K55 in there. I'm just going to tentatively say that's what it is. But, yeah. Anyway, I think that's about it for this video. So that is the Casablanca Inteli-Touch Victorian from 1987 with the stencil blades. Thank you guys for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next video.